everyone, happy Saturday. I hope you're still safe and well and hanging on in there at this time. Hopefully not too much longer, but we've just got to make sure we're all still safe, and when it's right, it's right. My next guest is somebody who has starred in quite a few musicals. A very, very well-known one at the moment, Six. I know lots of my juniors are going to be screaming when they see this video. Not only has Jodie been very, very kind in the past to send us video messages of herself and some of her cast members, but they love Six. What a show. And she was in Heathers, Rock of Ages, some brilliant musicals. Please take a look at my interview with the lovely Jodie Steele.
Can you remember your first theatrical experience? No.
I think the first one I can really remember is going to see Oliver at Drury Lane.
Okay.
Someone really famous was playing. Someone announced she was playing. I can't remember who it was. They were really big names. Who was the famous actor that played? What's the name of the old guy in it?
Fagin.
Yeah, someone was playing Fagin, but I can't remember who it was. A really famous guy. My dad was like, "Oh my god!" I was really young at the time, but yeah, I can remember walking out of that being like, "That was magic."
Yeah.
And Drury Lane huge as well.
And tell us about your training. Do you think that it shaped the performer that you are today?
Yeah, I didn't really know anything before I went to GSA. I definitely started my course as the underdog and was behind everybody else because I didn't really train when I was younger. It was something I got into in my teenage years, very late on, from 17 onwards. And GSA taught me everything I knew and not fast tracked me, it was blood, sweat and tears really, to who I am today. And I learned so much about myself. And I think it's very important to know that when you graduate and when you're in the business, bad habits come back in, but it kind of makes a mix with that and your training makes you the performer that you are, because that's how you get your individual kind of, spark. GSA just turned me into I guess sometimes a confident performer. Sometimes I'm not confident at all. But yeah, introduced me to everything I needed to know. I could never have done it without going to drama school, for sure.
Real. And if you had a double life and you could do any other job alongside the job that you do now, what would you like to do?
I've always wanted to own my own yoga studio.
Okay.
Or be a firewoman.
Oh wow, my mum's always wanted to be a firefighter. She drove a fire engine for her 50th birthday, and I tell you what, she loved her life, literally.
Really? Yeah. I just think it's so amazing. Like, it's so fierce, and just the way they are, I just love it. Every time a fire engine goes past, I'm like, woo! Not that it's good, because obviously people are places are on fire, but I just think they're amazing and so brave, and yeah, I love it.
Brilliant answer. And tell us very quickly about your career, kind of like sum it up. What have you been up to over the past however many years?
Okay, I'll kind of go through a timeline. So it started off with Young Sally and Follies, then Me, Rent, then a massive arena tour, which was crazy, of Tina Turner. I was an Ikette. Then Fame as Carmen, then Miracle on 34th Street tour, then Jesus Christ Superstar as Soul Girl cover Mary. I played Mary for ages though, because Rachel Adedeji, who I love dearly, and I have to do that when I say her name, because who doesn't, was off for a bit of a while, so I got to have a good old stint as Mary. Then Legally Blonde as Margot Ellen Brooke. Then Ian Roberts, the Opera Singers Tour, as a featured singer. Then I did Panto. Then I did War of the Worlds at the Dominion. Then I did American Trailer Park. I feel like I've missed some, but oh well. As Pickles at Waterloo East Theatre with a fantastic cast, including Rosie Ash, which I was like, oh. Then I did Wicked as Stand by Alphabet and then Elphaba. Then I did a panto. Oh, then that All Together Now thing happened on TV. Then another panto. Then I did Myth, which was one of the most favourite workshops ever. Then Heathers ×2 because of the transfer. In the middle of that was some filming-y bits and Zelda the workshop. Then it went on to Rock of Ages Sherry. Then the Gatsby workshop where I played Daisy, and now 6 is Catherine Howard. Yeah. How lame did I just sound? And that was like clang, 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 clang. Yeah, I don't ever know how to be like, I don't know, because each time I've grown as a performer, so no matter how big or small the job has been, they've all been so vital to my growth as learning and as a performer. So
yeah. And if you could choose your ideal evening complete with food and company, what would it be?
Oh wow. It would be gonna sound like such a freak. So say after a long day at work or something, or it's weird for me because obviously my job is in the evening. Say a day off where I teach like a workshop in the day. I'd come home, do a workout. I know I sound like such a loser, but I can't really switch off until I've used all my energy. And I have so much energy. Do a little bit of a workout, have a bubble bath with chocolate. Then whack on some clothes, go to the cinema.
Okay.
Then come home and just make some food with Liam, probably Mexican, because I love Mexican food, like fajitas, and when we make our own guacamole and put it with corn chips. And then to just sit and watch a Marvel film on the sofa. There you go.
Brilliant. Love. That's obviously, you've obviously thought about that before. Someone said to you, right, what well,
why? Because it never happens.
Yeah, I know.
You know when people dream about marriages and stuff? No, I dream about my evening in. I don't care.
I love it. That's brilliant. I know, that's the thing. You know, during lockdown, everyone's like, oh, isn't it great? Like, you've got all this time. Like, no.
Well,
more time.
I have not had any time at all because I started the caring job and teaching's really kicked off online. So, no, it's been dead busy. But I wouldn't have it any other way. So.
I was going to say, also, you can't turn it down, can you? You cannot say no. You've got to take it.
Yeah, exactly.
Top 5.
Favourite films, did you say?
Yeah.
Holy moly. In order or just...
I don't know. I don't know if I don't have an order. I have like a favourite-ish, you know, like when.
Okay. So, Endgame, Avengers, Avatar, Honey, you know, the dance film.
Oh yeah. That's like childhood film. That film. I used to watch that all the time when we were kids.
Hilarious. Coach Carter. And Love Actually.
Oh, come on. Hasn't it?
I just never get bored of it. Never get bored of it.
Have you seen the TikToks where everyone's like recreating Hugh Grant's like that bit that he does?
No, Joe, I'm not on TikTok. Is that bad?
I'm not either. I'm not, but Twitter, like, it's filled with it, right? And like you see all these people, you know, I just love it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool.
It's so true, and so many people put them on Instagram as well. And I'm like, did you know what? I'm just forcing myself not to get it because I don't have the time, and I know I will. I'll sit there for hours.
Yeah. Everybody involved, right? I know. I guess you're asked this a lot, but I've asked everybody it. So, do you have a dream role or show that you're desperate to be in?
Yeah, Ghost the musical, to play Molly.
Oh,
yeah. I remember when I watched it. Casey Levy was obviously playing it on the West End, and she came out with her blonde curly hair and her dungarees and white trainers and white t-shirt, and I was like, and then started singing, and just With You is one of my most favourite songs in musical theatre, and I just, what a story to tell, and how many, not just women, but men can connect with that story of losing someone they love and finding it so hard to let go of them. And it's such a gift of a role. Even talking about it gives me shivers. Yeah, Molly and Ghost. And also, I'd love to play Glinda in Wicked. I want to do both.
Not many people do both, so yeah, do it.
I'd quite like them to just put me on a contract of doing Elphaba one night, then Glinda, then Elphaba dinner.
That would be hilarious. Your mind would just be like,
I'd be like, well, but I feel like you would get less tired, because the thing with musical theatre is it's the repetition of doing the same thing. That's what makes you exhausted, because you know your body becomes almost so monotonous of what you're doing. Yeah. That's what makes you tired. And sometimes when someone throws a curveball at you on stage, that's what wakes you up. So I think I'd almost be like on my game at all times. You know what I mean? Like,
And can you think of a moment in time that has had its mark on you? So anything, you know, that has gone, wow, it's either resonated with you or that has just stuck with you?
Oh, what a question. Probably, I just can't think of one on the spot. Running the marathon and seeing all of the back of the t-shirts and the reason why people were running the marathon. And you know, there was a man who ran with a washing machine on his back, like what? And a guy who ran the marathon in bare feet. And I just thought, that's how far people will go to make a stand to help people.
Yeah.
And that opened my eyes. Actually, more recently though, since I started caring, I look after 2 girls who have Down syndrome and autism, and just this pure experience of becoming a carer for them and seeing how ignorant sometimes as humans, as in quotation marks, normal humans, that's not a thing, but how ignorant we can be, because we automatically, I myself do it, feel sorry for somebody who may not be in a fully able body. Actually, how dare I, because I'm completely judging them and I don't know them, and they're probably happier than I am because I'm stressed and running around like a loose-headed chicken, or whatever that's saying. And they are 2 of the happiest, most loving humans I've ever met in my life. And so that has been an extremely pivotal moment for me, for sure. Taught me a lot about myself and the world, for sure.
Yeah, I've really over work with I mean, you know, I run a theatre company, but children with different disabilities, and I've done a stint in a autistic unit teaching drama through, you know, and you have all this preconception and you can't help it. You're human, you know, you have, and you know, I did all these lesson plans and things and thought, awfully, well, they're not going to be able to do that, and I'm going to have to dull that down, and I'm going to have to, you know, and that just not the case, you know. And actually I felt bad after I left because I felt they taught me more than I taught them. And I was a bit like, but it is one of the most incredible jobs to work with people who are so different to yourself. And I think you actually become on par, don't you?
They end up teaching you, just like you said. I've learned so much from them. I'm like, wow.
I bet that's great.
Oh my god, honestly, I mean, it is knackering and testing in some respects, but one of them is an absolute genius and could name you any film, the date it was released, and every actor that's in it. No joke.
I love it.
Like, blows my mind. She's always like, have you seen this film? And I'm like, yes, but now you're going to floor me with all the information about it.
I'm fully watching it, so please don't throw all these questions at me.
She's incredible, like, just so loving, like, it's amazing. I'm very grateful to be able to kind of play a small part in their life. But
And last question, we've flown through it. It's great for you because you can eat.
Me with my straws, literally just taught 4 back-to-back workshops, and I'm like shaking. I'm like, I just need to get some sugar.
Do you know what's next for you after lockdown? Do you know where you're going from here?
I don't know if I'm allowed to. Let's just say it's not a new thing. It's just finishing off what we hadn't finished off, if you get me.
Oh, got you. Yeah. I know, but I'll be like, what? I don't. Brilliant.
You get my drift. Finishing off what wasn't finished.
How have you found lockdown? Because I know, like, everybody's found it different, but how have you, found it?
to be honest, because I've been so busy, I'm actually exhausted. Like, I wake up in the morning, I'm like, okay, what have I got on today? Today was like 9 one-to-ones, loads of workshops. Tomorrow's 10 hours worth of caring. The next day's one-to-ones again. Next after that, I'm filming, doing a workshop. And it's kind of just because I've stayed so proactive. I have to admit, I haven't felt so suffocated in my home, but I do have the opportunity to leave my house whenever I'm on a caring shift. So there is that. But yeah, I honestly, hand on heart, thought I would have found it harder, but I haven't. And the other thing is, I don't, it's not that I want people to think of this experience as a positive thing, because obviously coronavirus is dreadful. But I think we have to survive it and we have to adapt. And so I think if we all lull around the negativity of it, we will struggle when we come out the other end. But if we think, oh, well, actually, how often in my life can I say I'm at home with no distractions to do those things that I've always said I've wanted to do? If we focus on that, and obviously have respect for those people who are suffering and losing people, we'll come out of this in a much better way. That we can all discuss what we achieved whilst we were in lockdown, or how much we rested and how ready we are to get back fighting. And I think if we all think of it like that, we'll end up in a better position in our hearts and in our heads, really, because it's going to be odd leaving it now and going back to being able to hug someone. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, kind of become the new normal, and you're kind of going to be a bit like, I don't really know what to do now.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much for taking the time, because I know you're super, super busy.
Honestly, it was so lovely to speak to you. You look so lovely as well. I feel horrendous. Like, there's me just straight after sweaty war.
Yeah, but I've actually had the time today. I was like all day. I was editing. I'm just so shocking on technology and everything. So it was like, oh God.
Trust me, I'm dreadful.
And the thing I'm saying to all these people, like, they're all like, yeah, let's do an interview, let's do this, and I'm like, oh God, please don't expect me some sort of be like, it's just not. Yeah, so
when it's all casual and just a lovely little catch up anyway,
yeah, nice, really nice. So thanks so much.
Oh, no worries, my darling. Thank you so much for having me.
That's okay. Take care and enjoy whatever else you're doing, and get some sleep.
I will. I'm up at 5, so I've got to. Yeah. Thank you, darling. Lots of love. Bye.
Massive thank you to Jodie for giving up her time. I know that even during lockdown, she's been really busy doing workshops and online classes and things. So huge thank you. I had a great time. Still more guests to come. Don't you worry. We're not going anywhere yet. Make sure you tune in on Wednesday for another fab interview. Take care, everybody. I hope your weekend is lovely and the sun is shining. Bye-bye.